You know what, Crystal? I don't want your kid in my class either. JK, she's super smart. You want her?
She's fucking awesome.
Okay, yeah, so, hello boys and girls. Have you guys heard of this brew cycle phenomenon? Yeah, so it's like you take a whole bunch of bikes and you slap it onto an old dive bar countertop. Then there's enough seats for the entire frat house. And it turns out, well then you'd ride around to a couple different bars in the area, but it turns out reclaimed wood does not move so swiftly, so everybody's just doing their best to get up that hill to those green lights. And I just think, I'm sorry, but I could never drink beer and essentially take a spin class. It's like putting Nutella on a kale chip. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna eat it. You've taken all the fun out of the Nutella and somehow made eating kale worse by doing that. So, I have it on my hand because that's how I got through college. Okay. I've actually seen this brew cycle in action, and the typical participant does not look like they knew exactly what they were getting themselves into. So you have the San Franciscan tourist who's just pissed that they cannot find the right craft cocktail with artisan bitters. Then there's the Oakley wearing, already drunk guy. He just got done tubing shirtless down the Sandy. He cannot find the other half of his weed candy, and this is really harshing his mellow. Then there are the people who are just pretending to pedal. They're like, OMG, this is so hard. And that pisses off the pro cyclist, who's like, come on people, train insane or remain the same. I'd actually be one of the non-pedalers. That's right, you work for me. I don't care whose birthday it is, I'm the only princess on that float. Like, elbow, elbow, wrist, beer. Yeah, my friend actually invited me to do this brew cycle thing for her bachelorette party, and I had to politely decline. Because the only thing I think about when I'm drinking and or exercising is where am I going to take my next poop? I don't really think that would keep the party rolling. Woman gets hit by brew cycle while taking emergency dump. Brew cycle, more like barf cycle. I mean, how am I even friends with somebody who would want to do that? Like, I have a hard time being friends with people who don't have air conditioning. It is actually one of the first questions I ask. Because if you don't have air conditioning, there's a few things I assume about you. First off, you're okay with being sweaty, which means you're probably always working out and going off to do some 10K. So how are we even going to go to Sunday brunch? I'm sorry, but friendship to me is a Bloody Mary and a biscuit the size of my head. Biscuits are my love language. I also assume, if you don't have air conditioning, that you probably don't have a TV. So you probably don't even know what a Kardashian even is. And so you have no frame of reference when I compare someone's dumper on a scale of 0 to Kim Kardashian. I mean, you probably only listen to podcasts and try to learn things. You're probably like, oh, when it gets hot, I just drink only ice water, and then I lay motionless on the basement floor. And it's over in barely 3 months. I mean, who are you, Gandhi? I can't be friends with someone that zen. I need my friends with a little bit of daddy issues or like functioning alcoholism. Or I don't know, unicorn induced anxiety. I need my friendships with a little bit of stank on it. Like, I want to yell at you outside of a bar about how you deserve a better boyfriend. You're mother effing queen. Then I crash on your couch. And in the morning we'd go to Fatty Patty's for breakfast. And we get the barnyard biscuits and gravy. Yes. But only if you have AC. I'll tell you where they don't have AC. That is the high school gym where they held the Democratic caucus. Caucus. So I knew I was going to have to get involved in this election when I saw a picture of Donald Trump holding a baby. And all I could think was, God, I hope that baby has SARS. Yeah, I said it. But this caucus was kind of like Comic-Con for retired people. These people, they have a lot of time on their hands, and they smell like vegetable soup. When I got there, I was feeling the burn, but by the time I left, after 10 hours of sitting on those hard wooden seats, the only thing feeling the burn was my butt. Then there were the Hillary supporters, and their incessant whining. Oh, she has more experience. So what about the emails? She got Bin Laden, okay? And then finally, after 4 hours of going without food, we moved and seconded for pizza. But the gluten-free crowd prevented us from getting a quorum. So I think it was then that I lost all faith in humanity. So I called in my husband for a Burgerville rations drop. And when he was getting ready to leave, I grabbed him around the ankles and I was like, "Take me with you." And he was like, "No, you will stay and participate in democracy." And I was like, "No!" So, little show of hands, do any of you know how a caucus works? I didn't think so. I do. I was there long enough. I know exactly how it works. So first, you sign in with your precinct leader. Then your signature gets recorded on an Oompa Loompa's overall strap. So then, there's more. It's quite a process. So then, that Oompa Loompa goes into a bounce house where he is spray tanned with dark blue for Bernie and light blue for Hillary. Then all the Oompa Loompas jump around a whole bunch and then they tumble out in a fit of laughter. And the problem is then the paint's all mixed up. So the mostly light blue ones go on the tilt-a-whirl. and the mostly dark blue ones go on the Ferris wheel. Then they all puke onto a clown, and the one with the most pukes wins. Somehow, it's always Hillary. Even with only 1% of the puke. Then everyone leaves, sick and crying.